thanks for doing this door knock.
No, thank you for coming.
Gordon.
Appreciate it.
How are you feeling about the fight for this seat?
Look, we're feeling very good on the ground. We're feeling very optimistic. We're working hard, knocking on doors, calling people on the phones, trying to find out what the issues are on the ground, because we can't pretend to assume to know what the issues are. You know, the only way we're going to find them out is by knocking on doors, calling people, talking to them in the street and talking to people and finding them out.
All right, yesterday in Gilmore I found roads was a big issue. Even though councils and state governments handle them more, there's no getting away from it. People just want them fixed. So
Yep.
You've said that's the same here?
Absolutely. So road infrastructure is one of our major issues here on the Central Coast.
And what's Labor promising?
So Labor's made a commitment in the last week to upgrade Avoca Drive. So putting in $30 million of investment to improve the road stretch at Avoca Drive. It's one of the major pinch points and congestion areas for the Central Coast, and a missing link between here, the peninsula, and also the Erina Terrigal area where the beaches are located.
Now, out in the door knock, I also heard climate change.
Yes.
ICAC.
Yes.
ICAC probably surprises me a bit more than climate change. Have you heard a bit of that around the place?
So people want integrity, and people want to be able to trust their elected representatives, and they want to know that there's no corruption in the federal parliament. And the only way that that can be addressed, and the only way that we can move forward, is by the implementation of a federal anti-corruption commission. So absolutely, we hear it right across the Central Coast. It's not limited to just here.
And a swinging voter before said basically voting for you because she's had enough of Scott Morrison. I mean, has that been a help to you on this campaign?
Look, I think people have realised that Scott Morrison, he always goes missing in a crisis, and you know, when it is hitting the fan and when there is a problem, he goes absent and he's nowhere to be found. And that's where we come in. That's where an Anthony Albanese Labor government will improve the lives of Australians and improve the lives of people here on the Central Coast.
So you've been an emergency doctor. Take us through that, and
Yep.
Obviously you are going big time with health in this electorate, and we heard a bit about that, people having trouble getting access to medical services.
Yes, that's correct. So I work as a doctor in the emergency department. I've worked across multiple sites within the Central Coast. So I've worked at Wyong Hospital, Gosford Hospital and Woy Woy when I was a resident, which is a small rehabilitation hospital, but most of my work has been in the emergency department, and we've found that the amount of people coming through our emergency departments who can't afford to see a GP, or who can't access a GP to begin with, or they almost have to schedule to be sick. And it's not just limited access to healthcare, it's limited access to housing, people fleeing domestic violence. The emergency department has become almost a social hub, and we need to start addressing the issues as the reasons why people are presenting. And that's the reason I'm standing.
So people might be off Scott Morrison, but as I travel around, people aren't convinced yet about Anthony Albanese. Do you hear any of that, and what do you say to that?
Look, very, very minimally. I think people want change here in the seat of Robertson here on the Central Coast. They want someone that's going to stand up for them. They want someone to fight for them. They want someone to stand up for their roads. They want someone to fight for their healthcare. They want a party with good policy, like for the environment we heard on the doors before. They want a party with a plan. They want a party with policies, and that's what Labor can deliver. And
so you give yourself every chance?
Sorry?
You give yourself every chance?
Look, we're going to continue to work extremely hard here, extremely hard right across the Robertson electorate, and we'll see what happens on May 21.
Thanks so much.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.